Welcome, freaks and fiends, to a special edition of Real Talk with the Doctor. Instead of my usual countdown this week, I am interviewing one of the new lead actors for the R.I.P Man 2, Georgie Ray. So usually you can only find this show on Patreon, but for these interviews going forward, I will drop these special episodes free on video on Spotify and Patreon with audio available everywhere else. So let's not waste any more time and jump right in with the star of the upcoming UK slasher sequel, the R.I.P Man 2, Georgie Ray. Straight off the bat, how often do people salute you with, "Hiya, Georgie"? And question two, how sick are you of it? Or are you happy with the horror tag being attached to your name already? Because I'll be honest with you, when I was about to Instagram you the invite and I had to introduce myself first, it took a lot of restraint not to open the conversation with a gif of Pennywise going, "How are you, Georgie?"
I know. I get it a lot.
I would assume so. Before we get into it, fuck me, man. I am a huge fan of the last podcast on the left, right? I've been listening to them for over a decade. And of all the cases they've ever covered, there's only one that's made me feel uncomfortable. And I listened to it once and I never wanted to hear about it again. And then I started researching your career last night. And in your movies, in your IMDb page, you got a movie called The Sublime Aspect of Shadow, inspired directly by that one fucking story that I hate. The Armin Muse story. Holy shit. I watched it to prepare for the interview, so thanks for that. But shit. I hate that story. I hate that story.
It's scary. It's very scary.
It is. And I mean, I know it's a very man thing to say, but the penis thing is the biggest thing that irks me with that story. And it's not the whole cutting off of it. It's the fact that they tried to eat it and then they just hung out for a while afterwards again. I mean, I assume you had to deep dive that story in preparation for that movie, did you?
Oh, definitely. The first time reading the script, I was like, oh, okay, we're going there. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's full penis.
Thought, you know what? Yeah, full on. I wasn't actually there when they filmed it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, gutted.
So, in my research, I noticed you're a bit of a budding scream queen. Your show reel is horror thriller heavy. Is it safe to say you're a bit of a horror nerd?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, love horror. What's your favorite horror movie or franchise? Because these days it's all about the franchises.
I know. I think favorite standalone is Hereditary.
Yeah, good movie.
I mean, it's just phenomenal.
It's creepy. Yeah, it's just obviously psychological horror, like at its best.
Yeah, and it's a different type of scare. It's like the way they manipulated all the scenes and the shots was like, oh my god, it's terrifying.
And who the fuck would see that scene coming with the little girl in the head? I mean, that was...
it was just crazy.
So you're into the elevated horror.
What's your favourite?
Oh, that changes day to day. Depends on what way you're looking at it. I mean, my first is Scream. Like that was the first movie I grew up on was Scream. Then Chucky has always been one of my favorites just because he's a nasty little fucker. But I know personally the greatest horror movie ever made is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I can watch that over and over and over and over and over again. But then there's other movies that constantly jump up, like Return of the Living Dead, fucking Terrifier. Terrifier is just taking over everything in the last couple of... Oh, man. And I wouldn't mind. That's all I could think of when I was watching that the sublime aspect of shadows, and they do the cutting off of the penis scene. I was like, this is just like the glass masturbation scene from Terrifier 3. It seems like a good idea now, but you're going to regret that afterwards.
Yeah, 100%.
So looking at your education, you got 2 years in Canterbury College studying performing and production arts, another 3 years in St. Mary's University for acting. Obviously, this has been a long-term ambition of yours. What led you to want to be an actor?
I think I was always that sort of like, not weird kid, but loved the drama. Went to, the drama club in the evening in primary school. But then it really hit me when I was at uni that I was like, I really want to do this. We were just in a rehearsal room and I was like, this is where I need to be. These are my people. And I've always had a love for horror. And I think it all started from that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's it? What's your
yeah.
earliest horror memory then? What's the first horror
Earliest horror
movie for you?
memory. I think it must have been the classics. Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember seeing that and thinking, oh my gosh.
That one catches a
Yeah.
lot of people. I don't know why. I mean, Freddy's never really scared me, but
Has he not?
everyone seems terrified of that first movie. Even my own son. He's 12 years old now, but when he first wanted to start watching horror movies at 7. Like he came to us, he was like, I want to watch a horror movie. So we started him light. We started him with stuff like Terminator and stuff like that and started working up as we
Yeah.
saw how he dealt with stuff. Loves Scream, loves Michael Myers, loves Jason, but Freddy scares the shit out of him. Can't stand him. He's just like, there's
Yeah.
something about him that he can't stand, but I always saw him as more of a comedic character than a scary.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
I suppose if you look at that first one, it is more horror heavy
Yeah.
as opposed to the
Yeah,
sequels
definitely.
that kind of get a bit more goofy as they go along. um,
Yeah.
you also have scare acting as a skill. What experience have you had with that? Because I know from a previous interview with Alden Pick himself, Owen Llewellyn, that he also has a background in scare acting, and he credits it as helping him in his role in the R.I.P. Man.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So I was actually quite young when I did my first scare acting job. It was in a pub. And my parents ran the pub. And I had to sit in this fireplace dressed as this like horrible like ghost figure and jump out at people through this maze.
Awesome.
And then actually last year I worked as a skeleton for Halloween. Wasn't quite as scary, but I still had my scare tactics.
Well, I assume it helps because you get to see, depending on what part you're playing in the movie, you're going to see how the bad guy acts. You're going to see the genuine reaction of the public to these horrific kind of events that you can feed off of if you're on the other side. So, I mean, it's definitely gotta help with the research in your the role.
It's hilarious scaring people.
Oh yeah. Well, I was saying that to Owen when I was talking to him. I was like, I'm the kind of guy that if I walk through one of these haunted houses or ghost trains or whatever, I'm the guy that's sitting there laughing his ass off the whole way through. I mean, hysterically laughing. I love watching the rest of my friends jump and get scared. So I just find it humorous. It doesn't scare me, but I get laugh. And even if you do make me jump, my reaction after I jump is to just start laughing. You know?
Brilliant. Love that. Hardcore.
When were you first introduced to the R.I.P. Man? Did you have any involvement with the first one that didn't make the final cut, or did you see it and think, I need to be a part of the sequel?
Yeah, I wasn't involved in the first one. I actually saw a post from Jamie on Facebook, and they were looking for their next sort of female lead character. So I basically applied and did a self-tape. Then I met them in London at one of their events, and the rest is history. And then I'm now on board playing the character of Trudy.
Awesome. What was your first reaction to the script for this next installment? Is it leveling up from the last installment? Because the clip you released last weekend really looked like a level up from the last one. The visuals in the clip are amazing. The killer, who I can only assume is Chaz from the end of the first movie, looked badass in his new mask with poor old Jasmine's head in his hand. I mean, it does look like it's taking it to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember speaking to Jamie when I met him, and he said, like, everything is going up level-wise. Production, you know, the picture, the sound, the everything. And you can already see that from that. But yeah, more gore as well. I think they're going definitely more hardcore with the gore this time.
It seems to be the new, it kind of seems to be how the indie movies are taken. Even when we talk about Terrifier, you look at the first one that is micro budget, and then the next one just fucking blows up and takes things to a whole different level. And then the third one goes crazy again. So, I mean, it does seem to be the new kind of thing. You get a good indie horror, you get you get a bit of a cult following. And after that, then you can start to build these new legends, because I feel like, a big problem we have in horror, a thing that disappoints a lot of fans, is we rely so much on those 80s icons to still scare us today. And we refuse to make new icons. And now suddenly you got the likes of Art the Clown showing up. You got the likes of Alden Pick showing up. You got the likes of, we're starting to finally create new killers to entertain us.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Definitely.
and it's something we've been missing for a very long time. So I'm really looking forward to more R.I.P. Man, to be honest with you. I mean, it's awesome. What can you tell us about your role in the movie? You're being pushed as one of the leads, so obviously you have a big part to play here.
Yeah, so I haven't actually personally read the full script, but I know that Trudy makes it to the end. She's very badass. She's got a very goth appearance, leather jacket, you know, spiky boots. You don't want to fuck with her, basically. So yeah, she sort of steps in, strong female, and who knows, she could save the day at the end. Who knows?
We just gotta wait and see.
I'll leave it there. Yeah.
How do you prepare for a role like this? I mean, horror can be mentally and physically demanding. Do you have any special methods or rituals to get yourself into that headspace?
I think for Trudy, she's almost like, it sounds crazy, but like an alter ego. And stepping into that, you know, quite a goofy, giggly person. But when like preparing for Trudy, it's like, she's not like that. She's a complete whole different vibe. She's serious. And I guess how I prepare, I just write a whole story. Like, what's her skincare routine? Like, what does she do in the evening? Like, just getting all of that sort of process together. Know them like inside out.
Well, that's interesting, because the next question I was going to ask you was about character work. I actually spoke to director Joe Lamb a while back about for his film The Fetus, and that stars the legendary Bill Moseley and Lauren Lavera, and he told me that Lauren kept a character diary for the role and gave herself a bit more of a backstory to help her get into the character's head. And I was going to ask, do you do something similar, or is it naturally like just jumping into the role, like flicking a light switch and you're Trudy?
I think once you've done all like the character journal and the character study beforehand, you can come on set and be like, okay, I'm Georgie now, but once that camera's rolling, I'm in it. I'm Trudy.
Yeah, I get it.
But there's a lot of work that has to go in before, otherwise you're just going in almost cold.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I told Owen it last time when I was talking to him. And people who listen to me must be sick of me saying it, but I was once a professional, but for a short period of time, a professional wrestler. But I absolutely get the idea of being able to switch from one role to the other, because I used to tell people it was literally like flicking a light switch in my brain, and it was like things would go dark for a split second, and suddenly Josh was gone and the outlaw Harley Ray was here and I was him, and that was it. Yeah. And, you know, it took over completely for the 15-20 minutes they needed me to be that guy, and then I was just able to switch it off again. But I just assume you're kind of the same at this stage. So once you have your character built up in your head, it's just a case of flicking that little switch and jumping personalities.
God, yeah. And it's so fun. It's like two like different personalities going on when you're on a set.
It is, and I wouldn't mind, because I remember when we were wrestling, most of the guys that we wrestled with thought I was absolutely fucking crazy because of the way I acted. But it was just a case of I had switched this guy on walking into the arena, and I was going to switch him off once we went home. But at the time, a lot of the guys were like, yeah, don't fuck with him. He really will beat you up. And it's like, nah, man, I'm cool.
You were doing great, though. It's fun.
So which do you prefer playing? The victim, the final girl, or the big bad in the movie?
Either final girl or the baddie.
Yeah. I mean, the victim can be cool too, because they're usually the set pieces you're going to remember because of, you know, the gore, the blood, they're usually the standout moments. But obviously the final girl, the final girl means you probably have a job again in a few years' time. Similar to the big bad.
Very true.
So as a new actor coming into a movie in chapter 2, was it intimidating being the new girl amongst a group of people who have already worked together? Because a lot of those actors involved have been in a few projects together already. I know Jamie has worked with a few of these guys before. Owen and Jasmine were also in a comedy horror, The Ghoul Squad, together. So what was it like coming in as the outsider?
It was quite intimidating. Because obviously you're looking through all the Instagram and thinking, oh my God, I'm going to meet all these people. But the first day I got on set, everyone was just so accommodating and so welcoming. They're just honestly like a proper. So it's just since that first day, I just feel so comfortable. And welcome to the films.
Cool. And that was going to be my actual question. What is it like being on set? Is there a feeling with this next chapter that it's more important than the last in terms of what happens next in the franchise? Like the future of the series kind of rests on the shoulder of how well this one does. Because you know yourself, when it comes to a horror movie, you're almost guaranteed with a slasher there'll be a sequel. But in this case, is it a case of this has to do well so that we can pursue a third, fourth, fifth movie, or is there a more relaxed, easygoing atmosphere around the set?
I think there's definitely a relaxed atmosphere around the set. I think deep down they might be hoping for a third, because obviously they're leveling up with this production massively. I feel like both 1 and 2 are going to be quite different. So obviously we introduced the new killer.
Yeah.
But I think we still go back to Alden's story.
Well, I think
never forget Alden.
Yeah. Well, I think that's out there already. I think that's been said a few times already. That obviously from the end of the first one, you see that Chaz is there and he's already started killing. And I mean, it's been mentioned a few times online that Alden is incarcerated at this point. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see him in his new role behind bars, or if he stays behind bars. Who knows? We're gonna have to wait and find out, obviously. Working on a small budget, then, can that be stressful too? Does that put extra pressure on you to get your scenes done as quickly as possible? Because obviously more takes you need, the more time is being eaten up, and as they say, time is money, which is even more true on a micro budget situation.
Yeah, definitely. I know from what I've heard, a lot of the days have been quite long, sort of going into 14, 15-hour days. But I think everyone on that set is just so determined. At this point, it's not about the money. It's not about, the budget. It's about, we need to create this magic and make this the best we can. And that's just such an amazing environment to be in.
Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You want people who want to make great art. This isn't just another schlocky slasher movie. This is going to be something different, something, like we said, leveling up a bit,
Yeah, and caring. You got to care.
That's it. And that you can see that in movies. You can tell when it's just a throwaway indie movie to make a few bucks, or when the people absolutely love what they're doing and are there to make it as good as they can. I mean, going back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you can see with 1 and 2, there was passion there. Then you can see 3 and 4, even though I love 3 and 4, the passion might have started, it started to become more about making money, and then they're just rebooting these things and throwing sequels and prequels at us that nobody cares about. But it's all about the money at that point. So it is nice to see fresh faces coming forward that give a shit about how the movie lands and how the art of the movie lands. That it's not just about let's make some money, it's about let's make a work of art here. Let's make something that people will talk about,
Definitely, 100%.
And what do you hope horror fans take away from this film?
Oh, what do they take away? That is a good question. You've really got me there. Because I haven't obviously seen the full script, I'm hoping what they take away from my character, Trudy, she stands up for the girls who feel a bit different, who receives sort of hate in the film from the other characters, and to be a badass and step up and not be afraid to own what you think and do.
Which is very on trend at the moment as well. The Bride just came out. And that's a very feminist, female-led movie. It's getting mixed reviews that I just don't understand. I watched it last night and I thought it was great.
Yeah. I really want to see it.
It is. It's wild. It's strange. It's different. But I'm hard not to please when it comes to movies. To be honest with you, I'm one of these people who You can stick anything on in front of me and I'll find some positives in it. Except for Scream 7.
Me too.
They pissed me off with Scream 7 a little bit, to be honest with you. But have you seen that one yet?
I haven't. I've been slacking.
Well, I suppose you're busy making the fucking movies, so it's hard to watch them when you're busy making them.
Yeah, I do want to see it. It's on my list.
In that vein, if you could play any horror character in a remake or reboot, who would it be?
Oh, I love the Maxine movies.
Oh, great movies. Really, really good movies.
Mia Goth in it is just like, work of art.
Well, perfect. And the switch between one character to another is flawless. I mean, even playing the two parts in X was just amazing, like, you know, and then to see her do the backstory and then the going forward with Maxine, it's a beautiful trilogy. I really love that movie as well.
It really is. Yeah, it'd be it.
Well, that kind of answers the next question too, because I was going to say any particular franchise you'd love to be a part of someday, or is there something different?
There you go.
What about classic franchises? Is there any classic franchises that you'd like to sink your teeth into someday?
Classic franchise. I love the Scream movies.
Yeah.
It's not quite a classic, but and it's more or less horror, but scary movies.
The comedy?
Yeah, the comedy horrors.
Oh, yeah, fucking brilliant.
They're like the parodies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did the strangest thing one time, and I watched Scary Movie, and watching Scary Movie gave me the hunger to watch Scream again. So I put Scream on directly after Scary Movie, and it was the weirdest experience in my life because I'm watching Scream waiting for the jokes to happen because I had just finished watching Scary Movie. I can't wait for the new one. The new one looks great. I know,
the trailer looks amazing.
And the Waynes, they're not ones to pull punches. I imagine they're going to piss a lot of people off in the process of making a lot of us laugh.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
So, some more fun questions. If you were trapped in a horror movie, which horror villain do you think you'd have the best chance of surviving?
Oh, I'm going to go Pennywise.
Pennywise, you just wouldn't be silly enough to go down into that sewer.
Yeah, so true. But I think I could make him laugh and we could, I could sway him. Because obviously my name is Georgie as well, so yeah.
It will work. And
it could work.
In the same vein, is there any horror killer that you just be like, you know what, fuck it, I give up, take me. Yeah, there's no point in running from you.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, that guy's relentless. He's not going to stop.
Terrifying. Yeah, they get me.
Okay. So you're crowdfunding at the moment to get the R.I.P Man 2 finished. I'll have the Kickstarter link in the bio of this episode. But there's some pretty sweet rewards going with the different donation tiers, from early screeners to premiere tickets to producer credits. It's all pretty cool. So again, people, check it out. The link is in the bio here. I suppose all that's left is what's next for you after the R.I.P Man, and where can people follow you and stay updated on any projects you're involved in?
So I'm currently working on a short film, which is a dark comedy. It's called Smoking Kills, which will be out probably the end of the year. I've also got another feature coming out called The Angel Johnny Moon, which will be on Amazon Prime Video at the end of the year as well. And you can follow me. My Instagram is GeorgieRay_, I want to say. And yeah, I've also got a website. You can look me up online. And yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait to see you in those other movies. I like to just follow your, because a lot of you, it's my first time seeing a lot of you from the R.I.P Man 1 and 2. And I've been trying to find, because I said it to Owen straight away. I was like, when's this Ghoul Squad movie coming out? It looks funny. I want to see it. But I like following along and seeing what you do afterwards, because I mean, you all do an amazing job. I haven't seen you yet in this role. I've seen you in that Aramis, what's his name, a Muse movie that scared the living shit out of me. But it's fun watching you and seeing you progress, knowing that you have so much talent that I am sure to see you down the road again soon. And it's amazing just to see early on and get to watch each movie as it comes out and follow you along.
That's lovely.
Look, thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. I can't wait to see the R.I.P Man 2, and I will be donating to the Kickstarter myself in the coming weeks because I'm dying to see this next chapter and looking forward to seeing what you and the new killer have in store for us. And obviously to catch up with the now incarcerated all and pick again. Thanks again.
Yes.
And good luck. I was going to say I hope you survive till part 3, but you've already spoiled that one. We know you're surviving.
Yes.
So I think we're good. That was awesome. Thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thank you very much.
And I am genuinely looking forward to this next chapter. I can't wait to see what you do next. That clip was cool. The one that you sent out last week. It really does look awesome. The colors, everything, the lighting, it just didn't feel as indie as the last one. It felt like things had went a bit higher. Are you excited about that, being involved in a feature film like this?
I am so excited. I honestly, when I got the email saying I got the role, I was just like absolutely buzzing for I think a week or more after.
Well, I think that's out close to the end of the year, is it?
Yeah, should be.
Awesome. I cannot wait to see it. So we will hopefully I'll be talking to you all again closer to the release date, and we might get some more little nuggets out of you to tease us with before the release. So
yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Thanks.
Lovely.
And I will see you in the movie. So that was Georgie Ray, star of the R.I.P Man 2. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend it. It's a fun watch, and the sequel is sure to be another banger. Again, go check out the Kickstarter in the bio and help these fine people get this awesome slasher over the line and onto our screens. If you want to see more of me and the gorgeous Amy Rose, make sure to check out our Patreon at the Horrorverse Network, where we have tons of bonus shows like It's Alive Action, Playing with Bones, Celebrity Rap Sheet, Mini Monsters, and of course, Real Talk with the Doctor. And Amy Rose's sexy photo drop every week, all on videocast and podcast. And check us out every Wednesday and Friday free on Spotify and Patreon for videocast, and everywhere else for regular audio podcasts with It's Alive podcast and the Horrorverse headlines. And don't forget to check out Amy Rose on Twitch every Monday 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Irish time at Amy Rose 9. That's it for me this week. I'll be back next week with another set of reviews for ye to listen to. I'll see you all then. Same Alive time, same Horrorverse channel. Okay, love you. Bye-bye. If you like that, then check out our Patreon with subs only $5 a month with a 7-day free trial. That's at the Horrorverse Network, only on Patreon.